In this episode, we examine one of the most central and controversial theological questions in the debate over Ahmadi beliefs. What happened to Jesus according to Islam? And why do Ahmadis interpret his fate differently? The majority of Muslims, across Sunni and Shia traditions, believe that Jesus was not killed nor crucified. Instead, they believe he was miraculously raised bodily to heaven, where he remains alive. According to this view, Jesus will physically descend near the end of time, defeat the Antichrist, and usher in a period of justice before eventually dying a natural death. This interpretation is based on centuries of scholarly consensus, Quranic verses such as, "Rather, Allah raised him up to himself," and numerous prophetic traditions that describe his future return in detail. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community presents a very different interpretation. They believe that Jesus survived the crucifixion in a state of near death, recovered, and later traveled east in search of the lost tribes of Israel. According to Ahmadi teachings, Jesus lived out the rest of his days, preached in the regions of Kashmir, and died a natural death like all other prophets. Ahmadis interpret the Quranic phrase, "raised to Allah," as a metaphor for spiritual honor and exaltation, not literal ascension of the physical body. They argue that attributing physical immortality to Jesus contradicts the Quranic principle that all humans must taste death. Critics strongly disagree with this interpretation. They argue that the Ahmadi position rejects a foundational element of Islamic eschatology, the physical return of Jesus as described in well-known hadith. To them, the Ahmadi interpretation represents a significant break from traditional Islamic belief. Ahmadis respond by saying that the return of Jesus described in prophecy is symbolic, not literal. They believe these prophecies were fulfilled through the advent of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, whom they consider the promised Messiah and spiritual reformer. In their view, this interpretation resolves contradictions, maintains the humanity of prophets, and focuses on spiritual fulfillment rather than supernatural events. The debate surrounding the death of Jesus is more than a theological disagreement. For many, it shapes broader discussions about prophecy, scriptural interpretation, and the nature of faith itself. Whether one accepts the mainstream position, the Ahmadi interpretation, or simply seeks to understand both, examining this issue reveals how deeply history, scripture, and belief are intertwined. In the next episode, we continue exploring the major theological differences that shape the controversy surrounding the Ahmadiyya Muslim community.